What is up, you guys, and welcome back to our channel, everybody. So if you are new here, welcome to our family. I am so proud of the family that we've built, and I'm super excited about today's video. I'm actually at home. I look like a rat's nest. It's okay. I'm packing to go to the beach. This is the very first time we are going on a family vacation, and I know like so many of you are so used to that, and you know, I could never, afford to go on a family vacation. I could never, like, by myself. Like, I could never take my kids somewhere far away or, like, to Disney or something. I could never afford Disney. But we're going to the beach, and I planned the whole trip. I'm super excited. This has been weeks in the making. I got everything planned out, and we're leaving tomorrow morning. And I was actually going to do this video in like on our hotel balcony, but I realized the kids, like, I'm not going to keep them inside, for any time period. I want to stay off social media except for like pictures. I'm not filming like any videos except for, I think I'm going to try like Reiki on the beach, maybe later on in the evening when the kids are down for a nap, but probably not, but we'll see. I just want to enjoy this vacation. I worked really, really hard for it, and I'm super proud of it. So that's why I look like a rat. I'm waiting for my mom to get here in about 30 minutes, and we are going to go to a local arts festival right up the street from me, which I'm super excited about, to go with her. And yeah, she's going to be watching my cats all weekend, so this is probably the first video I've ever filmed at home. It's a horrible bun, but actually, yeah, you guys, I've never filmed a video in this room. Like, I wanted to do it ASMR Gibi style because she's the one who started this challenge that we're doing today. I'm not going to get into too much talking other than ASMR Gibi. She started a ASMR tag. She's based it off of 2010 when all the, YouTubers were always like so, fun and free with one another and would do these challenges and tags and just, nothing professional, like no backgrounds, no, fancy microphones, nothing. It was just that, you know what I mean? And people were loving it, like Jenna Marbles and, Shane Dawson back in the good old days. And so she started that, and she started it for ASMRtists, and she tagged me and a couple other of them. ASMR Zeitgeist, Batal is ASMR, and since Batal is tagged, I can't tag her to do the challenge again, so I was gonna tag her, but at the end of the video I will name who I am nominating, and it's 25 ASMR related questions, so let's get right into it. This video is gonna be all over the place. I like that. I like that I'm just sitting here and doing nothing. I have my old Yeti mic, the busted one. I will never take the new one out of my mother's house. I have broken way too many mics. I cannot handle anything in life. In fact, we just bought this headboard behind us on Amazon, and I already busted the nut on it. Sounds so bad. I busted a nut or a bolt on the bottom. It's just cheap, and it snapped. The corner snapped off it, so my husband had to rig it up. So let's start. Thank you again, Gibi, for, I used to call her Gibi, I remember back in the day, and I was like, I watch ASMR Gibi, and people were like, no, just stop, and I'm like, oh shit. But no, she's become very special to me in regards to how much she's helped me with her ASMR. She has she's just very pure, and that means a lot to me, that there are pure people, because we know me, so. Number one. When was the first time you experienced ASMR? So the very first time I experienced ASMR in my, memory is way back long ago. I used to go over to my nun's house like every day. She lived behind us. She moved with us all of our life. She was my dad's mom, and my nun was adopted, so she had 5 sisters. She was the adopted one. Her mother left her when she was super young. And excuse me, when her sisters would come in from Michigan once a year, it was like a huge thing. We'd all go out to dinner. My dad's brothers, like her daughters or her sons would all show up, like my dad, all my uncles, everything, and we'd all go out to dinner. And then later on that night, we'd all go back to the house, and it would just be a great family congregation. It was a super tiny house, and I remember like my Aunt Eleanor, she was like the staple of the family. She would always have these long nails. She was an evangelist preacher, or I don't know, excuse me, I have like indigestion, but excuse me. And she yeah, I remember looking at her long nails. I'm like, I will never have long nails like that when I grow up, right? And she would massage my hair, and I remember just like falling asleep, and she'd draw on my skin, and she would tell me like, oh, doesn't this feel good? And she would do it to everybody in the room, like my grandma, her grandsons, everything, like the whole family. She was all about it. That's the first experience I could remember. Come to find out, it's an actual thing. I cannot tell you how important like getting those tingles were for me back then, and I'll explain that later, because I think there's another related question. Number 2, when was the first time you watched ASMR on YouTube? If this question comes up later on, I will explain a little bit about it, but I've already talked about this story multiple times, and it's embarrassing. It's almost shameful when you find out. So long ago, there was a guy named Joseph Martelli on YouTube, and he's still kind of on, but he was like a big person back in the day in like 2010, and he would, or like 2012, 13, and he would make videos burning gay flags and like not burning Bibles, and he would go to porn stores and stand outside and preach. And back then, you know, I'd let things go. I was like, this is bullshit. So I remember buying a gay flag, and like one of my very kind of first videos were like talking about, and this goes on, this is such a deeper story than this, I'm just starting at this point. And I would start it called Gay Flag Fridays, when I would talk about the LGBTQ plus community and everything like that way back in the day. And it made him mad, so we'd always fight. And then this guy came around on YouTube named Cassio Dark Moon. His name was Robert. And he would always, you know, make videos like being really rude to, you know, Joseph and making fun, and I was like, oh, that's funny, you know what I mean, because all he talks about is like how everybody's going to hell. Long story short, Robert posted a video one night of him massaging a doll head, and I remember like it was so weird. He was like holding it up close to him, and I was like, okay, like, but it was relaxing, and it gave me those tingles, and I was like, I haven't felt this in a long time, and it was crazy. And I can remember, like, you know, falling asleep and replaying it. I don't think YouTube had that feature back then, the replay feature or whatever, but yeah, it was. So come to find out, he was a pedophile. Yeah, literally, like, he, like, I'm not even gonna go to what he did to a 14-year-old girl in another country and got her pregnant. It was really sad, like, and I was very ashamed for watching that. But how I got into the first time I watched ASMR was on Robert's video, were recommendations from Minxlora123 and Olivia Kisper ASMR. I remember clicking on Minxlora's first. She was dressed up as a dolly. She had blonde hair, and she had her UK accent, which I love, and everything like that, and it was really cool. And then Olivia, I clicked off that video because I was like, that's cringy, like, but you know, later on, sorry, bumped the mic, I started watching Olivia's videos. She had like haircut videos, like shampoo and wash. That was the Minx was the very first video I watched. Olivia was the first ASMRtist I kind of stuck to, and then Minx kind of, you know, we back and forth from there. So, but the first video I ever clicked on was actually Minx's, and it was the dolly head. So, what's your favorite unintentional ASMR video? So, as I said earlier, Robert was that Casio guy, was the one who gave me tingles, but I'd always watch massage videos to fall asleep. Like, it gave me heavy eyes. It never really gave me the tingles until after I found out ASMR. Like, does that make sense? I'd go back and then I'd get all these tingles, like it was socially okay to get them. But anyway, my unintentional ASMR video, I can't find it. If you guys can find it, I've looked for it for a year now. I think it's gone. This husband was a, you know, massage therapist, and he'd always massage his wife. They were older, in their 50s, and he would always say, like, Effarage. I think he was Swedish, and he would, like, rub on her back, and she had blonde hair in a bun. She was kind of bigger and had a towel around like most people, but in massages, but he'd always say Effarage, 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 and I'd love it. Number 4, name the last 5 ASMRtists that you've watched. I have not, like, watched any ASMR in the past couple months. I've been so stressed. It's been a crazy, successful, yet just overall overwhelming couple of months, and I haven't had any time to sit down and actually enjoy, like, any ASMR videos. But I guess the last 5 were ASMR Alyssa, Minx Laura, Life of Mac. That's a whole thing. ASMR Gibi, and that's all I've got for right now. Batala, I mean, I've checked out her videos, ASMR Miles, but they're not videos that I haven't like gotten to sit down and watch. I think ASMR Gibi and Life of Mac are the only two that I watch Life of Mac. She doesn't necessarily give me tingles, but she's just funny. Like she reminds me of JoJo, and not in a bad way. Like it's just like, she's like, I'm like, my God, man, I have to take drugs to feel the way you do, but okay. Number 5, what is your favorite ASMR trigger to listen to? Minx Laura's tongue clicking, and she does the Batala does very well with those. She does the tongue clicking and everything else. You know, I think Minx Laura 123 is pretty much the staple of tongue clicking. I think she's the one who started it. I'll be completely, and she was the one, in my opinion, who started it. I'm not gonna get into all that, like, but yeah, so the tongue clicking and the are my favorite. What is your least favorite trigger to listen to? Do it. Food sounds. The Life of Mac I can listen to, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just more along the lines of funny. Like that Shook channel does little clips of her and it's fucking hilarious. Like, I think it's so funny, but my least favorite, yeah, that's, my mouth is so dry. She said do it, so I did it. I can't stand that. That or like, I don't know. I mean, I'll have to think about that, but that's the one that first came to mind. Do you use ASMR? Oh, I already answered that. Number 7, do you use ASMR to relax or fall asleep? And just letting you know, I missed one question. I had to write all these down or type them all down because I couldn't copy Gibi's description box. So I missed one. If you guys know which one, please let me know. Yes, of course I do. I use ASMR to fall asleep when I have time. By the end of the day these days, I'm so exhausted. I can't nap in the day anymore. Like, it's rare that I will lay down for like a 30-minute nap. And if I do, it's like maybe 15-20 minutes. So yes, of course I do. What is your bedtime routine? I was actually going to do a get ready with me at home, probably next week or something. I have a couple role plays I want to catch up on that I've been meaning to. I'm doing the Super Mario Odyssey role play where I'm the mayor. I bought all these props for it. I've been planning it for like a month now, and I've actually been working hard on it. And you're gonna see the other one because I don't want anybody to take the other one because it's just so funny, but it's so like somebody could easily think of it. But my bedtime routine is, I just recently bought a skincare system. So like I just went out and like bought all this stuff for my skin. So at night I'll spend like 30 minutes in the bathroom like ripping the hell out of my face with it. And then this is after the kids are in bed. But yeah, my bedtime routine is like wash my face or take a bath with a bath bomb, or, you know, I've turned into one of those people. I'll light the candles behind us on that table over here on my vanity, and then I'll just relax. And I'm like a pretentious fake plastic human being right now. I'm like, I'm catching up on The Hills because they said The Hills are coming out with a second like TV show, and like, yeah, I'm that person right now. So just let me live. All right. What is my favorite trigger to do? Probably the tongue clicking and the, it says do it. The mouth sounds are my favorite. What is my least favorite trigger to do? That's a good question, actually, because there are some times in ASMR videos that I don't like. Like, for example, I don't like writing much. Like, I don't know, writing has been such a staple in my videos, like the, you know, examinations and just haircuts or makeup consults, and I'll use the clipboard. I just don't really like that trigger. I don't know why. I don't mind doing it. I know some of you enjoy it, but overall it's just not something I care for. The eating video I did the other day with the crab legs, like sucking on the meat, just those kind of noises, like the like cringy. I don't know, I'm a horrible person. Okay. How long does it take you to make a video? Overall, from start to finish, like setting up props and everything like that, about an hour and 15 minutes. I keep my videos like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Recently, I've noticed in analytics that only 20 minutes of my videos are being watched. So I've kind of, you know, lowered the bar to the longer videos so people can get a full, you know, video without like turning it off or, you know what I mean, getting bored. So I've been trying to work on that. But overall, about an hour and 15 minutes. How long does it take you to... Oh, wait. Have you ever gotten tingles from your own videos? About 2 or 3 years ago, Olivia Kisper said that she watches her own ASMR videos. And I'm thinking to myself, like, you know, absolutely not. Like, no way in a million years. Like, no. I tried. I really tried. There are some videos of mine that I thought I did a really good job in, and I'm like, I like this video, like, you know what I mean? But I can't. I tried so hard. I just can't. I even relaxed and I wasn't trying hard and I can't get tingles. Watching my, you know what? I don't ever watch back my videos. Like, when I edit them, I'll like put my hand up like this so I know where to click off, and then I'll go back and edit. But I won't review the whole video. But anyway, no, I haven't gotten tingles from it. What software do you use to edit? I use iMovie on my iPhone 6s Plus. I have the iPhone X, but I film on the iPhone 6s Plus. What time of the day do you film? I used to film at like 5 a.m. I'd get ready at 4 a.m. and then I would go start to film at 5. Now I film whatever time of the day I have time. For example, if we're going out to eat, you know, I'll stop on the way home, or when we're done shopping, I'll stop on the way home and film and things like that. So it varies now, but mostly about either from 12 to 3 or when the kids are in school, or like after 6, because where I film, if I go at like 5 and I film till 6 and that the church bells right next door go off, they play like a 20-minute song and I'm just like not having it. So, what is your favorite video that you've made? Probably my festival morning roleplay. I remember getting so excited for festival season and making that, but I have a lot of videos I really like. I really like my beauty guru roleplay. I really like that video. Like, so many people thought I was being mean, but like, I've been so brainwashed by the beauty community. All my makeup now is like high-end stuff, and it's stuff that I really do like, but it was stuff that I followed from other people, like other beauty gurus who promoted products that they lied about, like Morphe. I have 2 Morphe palettes that I don't touch. I went out and spent a bunch of money on Morphe brushes that don't work, that, you know, fall apart, you know, because Jaclyn Glenn and her beautiful bat-looking background and perfect face that actually has fillers and stuff like that, you know, and I'm not putting her down. I think she's beautiful, man. But, you know, like Nicole Guerrero and everything, like, her life was so appealing to me, and I used to buy the shampoo she was sponsored by, which was, what is it called? It's like Mother's, Your Mother's, Not Your Mother's or whatever. And I remember buying it like offline and spending the money that we had like way back when. Like, my life has been so influenced by the beauty community, and I made that beauty guru role play to be like, you know, this is real life. It's sad, but it's true. Do you know what I mean? So that's one of my favorites. Number 17, have one of your videos had an unexpected negative fan reaction? The beauty guru one. There were a lot of people. And another video was I tried to recreate an ASMR Zeitgeist video. Mike and I talked before me doing that video. We've talked before, you know, a lot. We've had another collab before that, and he's a great person. Like, we're on, you know, we talk here and there, like very rarely now, but because, you know, he's busy and everything like that. But I was like, can I make a video of yours? And it was one of my favorite videos, and I redid it, and so many people were like, you're making, I literally verbatim from the moment of that video until the end of that video did exactly everything Michael did, and people thought I was being mean. Like, I didn't do anything too high or too low. I didn't make fun of him, and people were like, what the hell is this trash? And I was just like, why is this happening? But overall, you know, it got a good reaction. I'm just saying, that was one of the videos that I was shocked. I was shook that that shit happened. But 18. What video of yours do you think didn't get the love you think it deserved? don't know. I'd have to, maybe at the end of the video I'll go through, because there's a couple videos that, you know, the books, videos that I go about books, you know, I don't know, I think book videos on YouTube, like ASMR wise, people don't really watch. I notice that a lot. But I'd have to really think about that one, because I know that there's a couple role plays I've done that, you know, barely got any views, and there's no problem with that. It's just I was like, wow, I really, you know, compared to other videos that I didn't try as hard on, the videos that I really put everything in it, you know, I wish would have got. In fact, I'm gonna go through videos at the end, and you know, I'll point that out. Please let me remind myself to do that. Number 19, what's something the audience doesn't know about behind the scenes of your channel? Probably nothing. Literally, I don't know. For those of you who are new, thank you so much for joining our family. But overall, like, I film at my mother's house in her attic. It's my little filming studio. I've completely transformed that room. I film on top of a laundry basket. I literally don't have anything professional except for the Yeti mic. I use an iPhone 6s Plus to film. It's what I'm using now. Cheap Amazon backgrounds. Many of them were sent by the family members of our channel, and you know, it's just really not like professional. That's one of the things, like, behind the scenes of our channel is like it's really like, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm not professional. I just get on camera and I do everything improv. Like, I never, like this video especially, I sat down, I did like 3 takes of it because there were dogs like shitting, and then some guy was like yelling at the other dog for eating it, and yeah, like, I really sit down and improv all my videos, so there's really nothing behind the scenes that you guys don't know. I've had so much drama and so much like bullcrap in my past that I've literally had to, I don't even know where to start. Like, I've had to come clean about my whole life, so there's nothing that you guys don't know, like nothing like interesting, or like, you know, I've done studio tours, I have it on my other channel, and yeah. So number 20, what's the most absurd request you've ever received from a fan? Okay, so I don't really believe that anything's truly absurd. I believe what one person believes is weird, another person finds normal. Me especially, I have weird things that I find normal that other people don't like. But one thing I don't understand, it's actually a fetish, and a lot of people, I've gotten this request since I started our channel, was what my glasses prescription is. So many people, and I know I look like this, but like, I have super thick glasses. In terms of vision, I have 7 out of 20 vision, so I'm legally blind. And I've had so many people say, would you do a video all about your glasses and everything like that, and why your prescription's so bad? Come to find out, one day I asked one of the people, I was like, what do you want to know and why? And they said it turns them on. So a long time ago, my friend Barb, she's in a chair. She was in a car accident, rendering her like completely, you know, paralyzed from I think the chest down. And she's actually crowned Miss Pennsylvania, Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania. It's a really awesome title. Like, you guys should look her up. And she recently posted something, and I forget what they're called. They're called like hunters or something like that. And they're these people who get off to like disabled, and it's not what you think. Like, it's not like, oh, you know, just like, I think it's hot that she's missing a limb or something, or it's actually the thought of struggling. And it turns out that this person talking about, and I don't call like my vision a disability, you know what I mean? That's nothing. That's, do you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, he was like, it's the thought of seeing you struggle without them. Like, if I was doing something to you, you couldn't get up and leave. And that like scared me a lot. And watching a documentary that Barb posted is exactly what this guy was saying to me. So I think that is probably the most, you know, weird thing that I could not put myself involved. Like, I couldn't understand it. But let's see. 21. Do your family and friends know you make ASMR videos? Yes, everybody. I don't have a big family. My dad's side of the family, you know, my dad passed away, my nun passed away, everybody important is gone. And the other people in my dad's side of the family are all crazy, and I'm sorry, but they are the crazy religious Christian, like, you are going to hell, gay people, or like the devil and all that stuff. what's interesting is I'm friends with my aunt on Facebook, and she watches all my stuff. Like when I post a Patreon video of me like half naked, and like she like views it, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, she's like literally gonna go preach about me on Sunday. But yeah, everybody in the family knows. My mom is very proud. Her and I had a horrible relationship growing up. Absolutely terrible relationship growing up. But she was so, like, she had open heart surgery last year. She almost died, and it was a very life-changing event for us both. And my dad, before he died, would always say, she's your mother, Sarah. She's your mother. Don't blame her. She's your mother. And that would always make me cry because, like, I was like, she's done so much to me, and I've done so much to her, but we have a great relationship, and she's very proud of me. So everybody in the family, everybody knows that I do ASMR. I live in a small town. Well, I live outside of that town now, but we all still know one another, and a lot of people don't like where I've gone in regards to ASMR. Friends, yes, all my friends know, of course, but have you ever been recognized in public? Yes, I cannot believe it, but yes, I have a few times actually, especially this year. The first time I was ever recognized was at a local festival last year. I had a girl come up to me, and she was like, oh my god, we lived like real close. She's like, are you Karina Satori? And I was like, get out of here, man. Like, who watches me? It was really cool. And this year, like a lot, I think maybe altogether like 10 people recognized me. And I know to some that's not a lot, but every single person except for one who I was drunk at a concert, and I think they were too, and it was just crazy. Like, they were like, we kind of like went off on a confusing note. I was like, does she think that I'm a bad person? And like, I was like asking people to find it. But yes, I have, and each time, even with that one girl, it was a very positive, humbling, loving experience to meet those people that I like, make videos, and they like watch me, like they care, and the things that were said to me, like, just a very beautiful moment. There's very seldom moments in my life anymore that I find like surprising or precious unless they're with my kids. And this year, running into our family members in person and seeing the way that they truly actually care about me, was a very beautiful experience. There are those moments that I will hold on to forever. If our channel ever goes down, anything, it means a lot to me. What inspires your video ideas? This is a great question. All the drama online, like my teen mom pregnancy roleplay, my beauty guru video, all the crazy first world bullshit problems in this world is what inspires my role plays, at least. Sounds, just random stuff like tapping things I think that ASMR would sound good on, but regarding my role plays, like the funny ones, all the bullcrap people worry about online that doesn't matter, that you're not gonna die with, that's not gonna impact your life or influence your life. It's sad, but it's true, and that's the stuff that inspires me. In fact, I made a Pearl Party role play. And I remember this girl online I went to school with, she posted about me. She's like, does anybody listen to those ASMR videos? She would never know what it's like to be a businesswoman and work hard for what she has. And I'm like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I wasn't going after your business that you worked really hard for. I was just poking fun. Like, people get so offended in life, and so do I. We're human. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want people coming for what we've worked for and the things that we find important. We're still to this day shocked if somebody doesn't believe what we believe, and it's the imbecile part of us, in my opinion. I don't know. But long story short, that's what inspires my, role play ideas, at least. 24. What do you find yourself spending the most time online? Or where do you find yourself? Probably Facebook and YouTube. A lot of people don't go on Facebook anymore, which is really interesting. And like, when I would watch Peter Mon, I don't have respect for him any longer. But I just don't watch his videos. I think he's and it's his YouTube personality. Let me take that back. He's probably a very nice person in real life. Like I said, I spoke about this in my other video. He was like a staple in like my daily videos. Like, I'd watch him and listen to his advice, and then he just started becoming very the word I'm saying is self-centered and pretentious, I think. And let me, you know, again, rephrase that and say that this is his online personality. He's probably a very, you know, we don't know what goes on behind closed doors, so that's none of my business, but I've just stopped watching him. But, you know, that's, you know, what I would basically base, you know, my online stuff. Like when I'd get ready, I'd watch his videos, everything like that. So just, but he said, the point of that was, he said like Facebook's for old people and nobody goes on Facebook anymore. And I was like, there's a lot of people I know, a lot of our family members are on Facebook. I think Facebook is still, you know, very much alive. Of course, Instagram and Twitter would be most preferred for most people, but I do like Facebook, and, you know, but, yeah, and that bothered me, but, that's real life. 25. What advice would you give to someone wanting to make their own ASMR content? Now, it skipped a number, obviously, because of that number down there. I missed the question. So if you guys, you know which question was missed, please let me know. If anybody watched, you know, the whole sheet. I can't, like, I keep looking at both of them side by side, and I'm like, what's going on here? I can't find the question. For somebody who wants to start an ASMR channel, in my 100%, like, 100% thought and everything else is, you just need to do it. Stop worrying about the backgrounds. Don't worry about the mic you have. Get on there and be you. Literally, that is what I have done since day one, and I don't know who, I don't know why, and I don't know how I was given the voice that I was given, but I was, and I forever, for the rest of my life, will be so thankful. I never really tried hard when I started making ASMR videos. I got on there because I said, I get tingles, excuse me, and I think that I can give those tingles to other people by the things that I think. I always think of in terms of, well, what would I get tingles from? And then I'll do videos, except for the eating videos. Those are for everybody else. But my advice would be, get your camera, go to the quietest place you can find. It doesn't matter what the background is. Get on there and just be yourself. I ramble a lot in videos, and you guys seem to enjoy it for the most part. You know, I've gotten feedback here and there, but I'm very thankful and I'm very blessed, and I thank you guys so, so much. You know, you guys listen, and, you know, if you feel that you want to be an ASMR artist, I know there will always be somebody out there to listen to you too. Always. There's always somebody in this world who will listen. And just get on there and, you know, take example of, what do I get triggers from? Or tingles from? What triggers like give me tingles? And then do them on camera or something. You know, stop worrying about the professional lighting and backgrounds. Worry about that later. Just get on and see how you feel on camera and post your first video. So that's my best advice. My best advice, if I could go back to, is stop worrying about what other people think. Everybody's gonna get hate. The whole world can't like you. If life was perfect, there would be nothing worth it. Oh, that rhymed. But I mean that. If life was perfect, nothing would be worth it. We gotta find out what's worth suffering for. I've suffered in terms of bullying to the point where I've literally almost committed suicide in 2016. It was so bad. My kids were gone. It was just this crazy situation, and I let these words get to me. And to this day, it's still like triggering to hear certain words. Like, but anyway, the point being is, you just can't worry what other people think. You just got to get up and do it, and take your time doing it. So, thank you so much, Gibi, for starting this tag. Gibi. No, I'm kidding. She knows. She's like, what? But thank you guys so much for watching. I will be at the beach for the whole week. I'm super excited. Like, I'm just really excited. I'm really in a good mood, and I gotta go pack. But yeah, thank you so much again, Gibi. And I nominate, I just said that, Life of Mac, ASMR Auntie, Minx Laura 123, and Peggy Whispers in Chaos. So I have all their channels linked down below in this giant white screen that I can see in the viewfinder, and feel free to check out their channels down below. I also link Gibi's on top. So thank you guys so much again. I'm just super excited. I feel like I'm like not collected right now because I'm super excited to get back for the beach, and like my mom's coming up. We're going to a little art festival, like I said, and yeah, so this is me, like, just, you know, being me and just talking. And I have some really good role plays I think planned for next week. I really am excited. Like, I'm excited for where the content's going. I'm excited to be at the beach. Fall's coming up soon, and fall's my favorite fucking time of the year, so. Alright. I love you guys with all my person. Look at my face. I started using this face cream. I'm just a wreck. Alright guys, bye.